All right, so we're going to move into the last unit of the course, which is going to deal with ecology. And 9.1 is going to look at foundations in ecology. The main thing we're going to look at is the different levels of ecological study that scientists do. And we'll start at the largest and work our way down to the smallest. So the first level of ecological study is biosphere, and this is the biggest level of study in ecology. And this is the study of Earth and all of the living and non-living factors of the Earth. So this deals with issues that affect the whole Earth, climate change, pollution, etc. So this is looking at everything from the atmosphere down to the crust and everything in between as a whole. So again, it is the largest and most complex level of study. Next step down is biomes, and you've had a lot of work with biomes previously, especially in middle school. And so biomes are going to be areas, large areas, with similar climates, weather patterns, and communities of organisms. So similar biomes are found at similar latitudes on Earth. For example, most of the Earth's deserts can be found along the same latitudinal line. Um, Similar types of organisms are going to be found in these biomes simply because of the climates being very similar. So the same type of organisms will inhabit these areas. Next step down is the ecosystem. So in the ecosystem, we're going to start looking at only the biotic factors. Okay. Um, so what we mean by biotic factors are living factors. So an ecosystem is all of the biotic factors in an area. Example would be the lake ecosystem or the beach ecosystem or even your backyard ecosystem. All right, so the this should say, excuse me, this is wrong. This should be all of the biotic and abiotic factors in an area. Let me fix that while I'm thinking about it. All the biotic and abiotic. Excuse me for that typo. All right, so examples like, again, your backyard. So abiotic factors are non-living factors. These are things like weather, temperature, um, the nutrient concentration, the amount of water, the amount of sunlight, and then your biotic factors are plants, animals, and bacteria, anything that's living. Habitat is where an organism lives, and a niche is an organism's role in the ecosystem. And we've talked about that, especially with evolution and the extinction of dinosaurs and the evolution of mammals. We talked about that in Unit 8. So community is all of the population in the ecosystem, and this is going to represent the entire food web. Next step down is a population. So with the population, we're going to look at a single species, but all of that species in an area. Species are a group of similar organisms that reproduce to make fertile offspring. Very important. We've talked about that definition before. Remember what it means to be a species. And then the smallest level of ecological study is an individual. And so we can zoom all the way in to study an individual animal and look at how it interacts with its ecosystem or its environment, the abiotic and biotic factors that impact that particular organism. And we see this a lot with organisms that may be endangered or on the verge of becoming extinct. And that is the end of 9.1. There is a forum. If you have any questions, let me know. Thank you.